Good morning, everybody. In honor of Black History Month, which is this month in February, we're going to be doing giving you some information about some of the composers of music that we are singing in the choir. So our choir piece that we're singing today is Stand By Me, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about Charles Albert Tindley, who wrote the piece. He was born in Maryland in 1851. His father was enslaved and his mother was free. His mother died when he was young and he went to live with an aunt. Through his life, he was primarily self-taught, and at one point he moved to Philadelphia and he began working as a sexton in the East Bainbridge Street Church. And that's important, it comes back later. While he was working there, he was taking correspondence courses and night classes in order to become a pastor. And after serving in several churches, he returned to the East Bainbridge Street Church as their pastor, where he served until he passed in 1933. The church flourished under his leadership. I read several accounts. One said it had 3,500 members, one said it had 7,000 members, one said it had 10,000 members. So it really grew. It had to move twice. It changed names twice, first to the East Calvary Methodist Episcopal Church, and later it became called the Tindley Temple. He was a very popular preacher, and he appealed to many audiences. There were people of African American descent, there were European, there were Jewish people, and Hispanic people part of that church. One article I read referred to him as the grandfather of gospel music. And I'm gonna quote from that article because the article can say it far better than I could. This is an article I found on the umcdiscipleship.org site, and it's entitled Charles Albert Tindley, 1851 to 1933, the grandfather of gospel music. And I quote, "Tindley's hymns formed the basis of the Black gospel hymn style for all who came after. They were based on the spiritual and the blues and included elements from white gospel style," end quote. Later in that same paragraph, it says, quote, "Tindley's lyrics are a reflection of the daily lives of African Americans of the time and speak of poverty, discrimination, suffering, with deliverance, freedom, and a better day coming," end quote. Still relevant. He influenced composers who came after, like Thomas Dorsey, who wrote Precious Lord, Take My Hand. He composed 47 hymns, 5 of which are in our hymnal. And I found it really interesting because when I was reading about him, I found that I had come across his name before. And so this is another little piece of information. One of the pieces that he wrote was called I'll Overcome Someday. And that was what later became transformed into We Shall Overcome. So without further ado, please join the choir in singing Stand By Me. The lyrics are on the screen for you.
When the storms of life are raging, stand by me, stand by me. When the storms of life are raging, stand by me, stand by me. When the world is tossing me like a ship upon the sea, thou who rulest wind and water, stand by me, stand by me. In the midst of tribulation, stand by me, stand by me. In the midst of tribulation, stand by me, stand by me. When the host of hell assail and my strength begins to fail, thou who never lost a battle, stand by me, stand by me. In the midst of faults and failures, shall fall.